First and foremost, for non-staking ETPs, even for non-staking ETPs, we do believe that we offer the safest way to get exposure to cryptocurrencies. It's exactly the same thing with staking rewards. Through a single regulated product, you actually have both the market price impact and the additional staking rewards. So in a bundle package, instead of having different mechanisms, different instruments to dig, we have bundled everything into a single instrument. But to go a bit further down the rabbit hole, as we discussed, you also have a multi-year expertise in staking. We know that it can be quite intimidating for new entrants in the market, and you also don't necessarily know who to choose as a staking provider in front of the myriad of potential partners. We have done the work on behalf of our investors. We have built our own infrastructure with only the best of the best providers. But again, thanks to our scale, we are getting not only the lowest commissions, but also the best yields. We have ways to capture each and every component of the staking fees to provide the best yield. But lastly, again, we need to talk about risk. And this is something that I believe we have truly mastered, both from a liquidity standpoint and from a slashing perspective. We truly want to protect our investors at all costs. And through this suite of staking ETPs, we believe that we have actually the safest way for you to get access to a passive revenue stream, again, between 5 and 10% a year, depending on the blockchains, and at the same time to the largest ETPs of the market. So I hope that this walkthrough into both staking and the way we execute it was useful, and we will now move to a more data-centric point.
We're basically at the end of our presentation. Again, staking is such an important topic. We know for a lot of traditional investors, it might be a new topic, but that's why it's really important to educate yourselves because it is a potential passive income stream that can be underestimated. Just to finish up here is we showed some of the graphs that Max described about the Ethereum staking landscape and the Solana landscape. And as you might know, on-chain data is very dear to our hearts. We think it's a really important component in the blockchain space. And therefore, you have a QR link in case you want to follow the staking landscape on Ethereum and Solana yourself. It's completely for free. We have over 60 different on-chain dashboards. This one we built solely and dedicated to the staking campaign that we just kicked off. And we basically can see here what we just discussed. We see the amount of staked ETH on Ethereum. We see the amount of staked SOL. We see the staking ratio, also the APY and the breakdown, and a bunch of different KPIs if you want to have a look yourself. Good. Other than that, I don't know, Max, Baptiste, do you want to add anything else before we jump into the Q&A?
Question for Baptiste, actually. I'm particularly interested in, obviously, many of our investors are not just invested in one crypto asset or in one staking venue. And we do offer mostly single asset trackers, but we also have basket solutions. And is there a benefit to doing this all via one section under one hood, if you will?
Yeah, absolutely. Within staking ETP suite of products, we, as you said, have mostly single asset products. However, we also have one basket named Stake, which through its own in-depth methodology, intend to replicate the performance of several staking underlying. So each being a proof of stake token, each being stake, each generating its own yield, and therefore getting the rewards actually in the total NAV. Stake is a very great product if you want to have a combined exposure to a larger scope of assets. So to answer your questions, we do have this product available. And then I think between the question about picking this product over single assets ones, it's more about investors' preference. Because what I believe is also quite important to stress out is that staking and the yields it generates, it's really a bonus, if you want, on top of the underlying performance. Our goal here is not only to offer the staking yield in itself and to forget about the performance. It's to offer, whenever it's possible, to our investors an additional layer of performance on top of the underlying. So for an investor with an investment thesis focused for instance, on Bitcoin and Ethereum, investing into our AIF products would allow them to not only benefit from the performance of ETH, but also from this additional layer. However, an investor with a different approach, who maybe wants a broader exposure, will themselves maybe find a better interest into our stake basket. I would say it boils down really to investors' performance preference.
Yeah.